I'm about to show you how exactly smoking weed affects your progress on semen retention. Let's go. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Trey and I teach you how to manifest. If this is your first time here, I talk all things about the law of attraction, conscious manifestation, awareness expansion tips, tricks, hacks, and so much more. If you're into those weird topics like I am, leave a like and subscribe, as it does something to the algorithm and it helps you easily find my videos even if you don't hit the bell notification button. Also, stay tuned for somewhere in this video for the people who are further along, or I should say more serious about their manifestation or creation journey. I will be doing 1, a giveaway, and 2, a huge announcement somewhere in between, at the end and the middle of this video. So if you guys don't want to miss that, I will watch the whole video all the way through. And now let's jump straight into the content. So this is a question that comes up a lot, and I don't really see a lot of YouTubers, talk about it. And when YouTubers do talk about it, they usually give a biased or a stereotypical opinion on it, or they tie their opinion on weed or how the public views weed or marijuana, and they tie that into their videos, and it kind of contradicts what they're talking about. So in this video, from my own experience personally, tied in with the research that I have done, I'm going to be showing you the goods and the bads about smoking weed while on your semen retention journey. A lot of people says it distracts you from life, or it takes you out of the present state of awareness. Some people says it helps with productivity and creativity, and which one is actually true or which one is actually accurate. Here is what I found out on my own journey, the ins and outs about smoking weed while practicing semen retention or nofap. The first one is, I see that it speeds up your manifestation. A lot of people notice, or a lot of people say, when they smoke weed or they try doing weed while on semen retention, it tends to seem like it speeds up the process of their manifestation or what they're trying to attract into their life. In my opinion, it actually does speed up your manifestation, and here's why, or at least from my experience, here's why I think this is so. For me, and everyone's going to be different. It all depends on your beliefs and your views and how you actually view, smoking weed, or how you actually view marijuana as it is, as a whole. For me, I don't have any negative views on it. I don't have any super positive views on it. I'm super neutral when it comes to almost anything, including weed or marijuana. So I tend to not put it on a pedestal, but not degrade it or give it a biased opinion, so it really doesn't affect me too much to that extent. And that's how it is with most people. If you aren't putting too much value, or if you aren't overextending, or putting too much negative emphasis on it, or putting too much positive emphasis on it, then finding that middle balance in between, you can actually, I guess, use it to your benefit. In my certain situation, I've noticed that I would get more productive, or I would seem to be more productive than I usually am. And I wouldn't say too much, or it wouldn't be a boost of like just going ahead and being all out and all productive, but it does help improve, or it does help out extend that work drive a little bit and pushes you a little further. But with that being said, you have to find your, like, if you do smoke, or if you're gonna smoke, you have to find your balance in between. You can't depend on it, or you can't rely on it. Once you're depending on it, or once you're relying on it, you lose control of self, and that ultimately takes you opposite of the manifestation or whatever it is you're trying to create, or in this case, or in this scenario, hinders your progress with semen retention. The second reason I have here is it gives you more energy, or a boost in energy. So like I said before, as long as you're not relying on it or depending on it, it can help you increase or boost the energy. A lot of people say, smoking weed or smoking marijuana while on semen retention pulls you or takes you away from reality, or it, you know, separates the sense of reality and basically puts you in a reality that is, you know, alternate towards the everyday norm, the 3D world. And in my case, or in my scenario, like I said, everyone's experience is going to be different, and for me, I've seen the total opposite. I think I haven't smoked for maybe 3 months, 4 months, maybe even 5 months at a time. And you know, I would use that time to study, you know, what am I thinking, you know, what thoughts am I attracting, how am I feeling, and I would document it. And then I would test it, and I would smoke, and I would see what makes me feel different. Am I relying on it more? How is my world changing? And then that's where you can, you know, put your own information, or you can put 2 and 2 together and compare them, you know, A/B test them and see the differences, or see, you know, what is actually changing and what is actually being affected. Because semen retention on its own, as we all know, does give you, you know, a little boost in energy, or it does help you feeling more vibrant and feeling like you want to get more things done. Marijuana or smoking weed is only, in my opinion, going to boost that feeling, or boost that that sensation of, you know, I want to do something, or I want to create, or I want to. It's going to give you a bigger sense of motivation or drive. You know, not always. This is not going to be for every single person, but it does, to an extent, build up a boost of energy, a boost of motivation, and a kind of a boost of drive. But at the same time, you know, you have to be centered, and you have to be whole in yourself, to where you're not doing, you know, like for how most people use the drug and abuse the drug, you're not doing it, or you're not using it because you need that motivation or drive. You're doing it just because you either simply want to, or because you know there are benefits and things specifically there for you that you can use to your, you know, to your advantage. But at the same time, you have to be able to, you know, put that line there and cross that line there, and know not where to cross, to the point where you're depending on it, or the point where you need to smoke it every day, or every week, or every 2 weeks to, you know, get something done. It's not really meant to be a substitute, but as a tool. Like, just like semen retention, I say semen retention is a tool to use to help you create or manifest. Smoking weed can be a tool for you to help you, you know, manifest or create things even a little bit faster. You just have to be whole and centered in yourself to know how to use it and how to not abuse it. Smoking weed, for most people, depending on where you are in your life, can be something that is addictive. If you are the type of person to cling to things, or to need things to boost your mood, or to boost your certain situation, or basically to escape, if you are the type of person that feels like you need to escape, if you don't feel whole and centered and happy exactly where you are, then this is probably something that you should not be doing, especially while trying to maintain a streak on semen retention. Once you start smoking weed, once you start smoking weed on semen retention, and you start doing it frequently, you're going to start to build, and you're going to start to form new habits, to where, like I said, or like I mentioned previously, new habits to where you will start to feel dependent, or you will rely on smoking weed to get your energy, and that will be your energy force. You will be basically saying, you know, I don't have the energy within myself, so I will have to go into my outer world to find something to fulfill me inward. The second not so bright reason I have about smoking weed while on semen retention is it can make you horny. If you are already a smoker, or if you already smoke weed, you know some strains will put you in a more hornier or a more sexual state, to where you're desiring sex more than you usually would. And of course, while on semen retention, this is something we want to stay extremely far away from. The last thing we need on our mind while practicing semen retention is obviously sex. We want to stay away from, and as far away from, porn or that sexual horny feeling as possible. The closer you get to that feeling, it's gonna feel like the harder it is to maintain your streak, and it's gonna feel like you're even that closer to relapsing. So wait. before we get into the last reason you guys thought I forgot. So if you are further along on your manifestation journey, or if you are new, a beginner, and you want to really learn the ins and outs to basically scientifically manifest whatever it is you want to achieve with precision accuracy, leave a comment saying it is done, and I will choose one of you guys to win a free one-on-one consulting call, video, or just a regular call, and I will be trying to spot out and explain to you how, basically in my own experiences, so from my own examples, from what basically I have practiced and literally done myself, and how basically you guys can implement it and put it into your lives or your certain situations or scenarios to help bring into basically change into your 3D world. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, leave a comment saying it is done, and I will pick one of you guys to win this free one-on-one consulting call. Also, I did promise 2 special announcements, so here is the second announcement. In my next video, I'm not going to say exactly when it will drop. It can be in 3 days, it can be 4 days, 5 days. It's going to be within a week max. I will be launching a free course, guys. A free course. It's not, a link you have to go to. It's not anything like that. It will be on this channel. It will be available for everyone, but it will be a free course on how basically my tips and my skills and my strategy on how I learned to basically manifest and start bringing and creating things into my life. As you guys can see, it's working. Like, that's all I can say. It's working. And now, of course, once you see that it's working, or once you see how it works and you see the process, the ins and outs, and basically literally how it works, you're gonna want to share, and you're gonna want to basically help people get to where you are. So with that being said, I will be launching a free course on how to scientifically manifest, and basically why your manifest may not be working. Like I said, this course will be released within a week, 2 days, 3 days. For you guys to specifically know, you will have to leave a like and subscribe, because of course that does something to the algorithm where you see my videos even if you don't hit the bell notification button. It's been working so far, and yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see that video. I already started it. I already have it's almost done, and it's pretty fire, is all I'm gonna say. So yeah, look out for that, and let's get into your last reason. It basically gets you comfortable, and when you're comfortable, you don't want to change, and that is the opposite of why we practice, or why we try to start semen retention. Is we're trying to inflict, or we're trying to effect change, whether it be just personally or on a deep level to hit the subconscious mind. And smoking weed makes you comfortable. Smoking weed makes you, of course, happy and relaxed, especially while on semen retention. And it kind of, if you're using it as a fix, or if you're using it as, saying the energy is outside of myself, it can make you comfortable. And it's good when you're comfortable. Of course, you feel no reason to evolve. You feel no reason to really, strive and to shoot and to go for your goals. That is one of the main things with semen retention and porn. Porn makes you really comfortable, and it makes you secure to where you feel like, we don't have to go out and fight for women. We don't have to, make our presence known, because we always have that security, or we always have that, back foot for us to go home and to watch porn. Weed, if you are a serious dependent on it, or if you are someone who, like I said, needs that energy from outside of yourself, then this is not going to be good for you, because it is going to make you comfortable. And when you're comfortable, like I said, it's just going to be harder and harder to reach your goals, because you have no motivation or drive to do it. You're comfortable where you at, so you're not going to want to move. You're not going to want to do literally anything. If you are someone who is an addictive, or someone who can be easily addicted to substances, or someone who isn't just whole and right in the mind, I will wait until you get to a point where you are dependent on yourself, where you can be happy yourself, for, not just a day, not just a week, not even just a month, go long periods of time, realizing yourself and being happy with yourself to the point where you don't need it. And I would say once you get to the point, guys, where you don't need it, I would say that is the point where you may be able to try it. And if you don't need to try it, don't try it at all, because Why fix something that isn't broken, you know? With that being said, if you would like to win a free one-on-one coaching call with myself, all you have to do is comment. It is done in the comments. Leave a like, a comment, and you can hit that bell notification button if you want to. But leaving a like and comment helps, or it does something to the YouTube algorithm, where you will be easily able to find my videos where I teach all things manifestation, the law of attraction, spirituality, and how to overall create literally the life of your dreams. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys once the course and the next video drops, and that's all I got. Peace.